It is Monday, the start of a new week, and as you can see in my old warehouse now, Tom has pretty much filled it up already. I don't know, I think this is probably a temporary way that he is storing stuff. Now, I will say, I kind of feel sad. I kind of feel a bit sad that I didn't get my warehouse empty and then have the empty warehouse to just kind of walk in here and go, wow, it's empty again. It's like I never really got to see it empty because Tom was moving stuff in before I actually finished emptying it out. And I don't know, there's part of me that was like, oh, I wanted to kind of reflect on that moment when it was empty, and thank this warehouse, because this warehouse really changed my whole life and got me out of a sticky situation after I separated from my ex-husband. And you know, I've had 18 months in this warehouse and it's been, it's just been amazing. And I guess I've been doing a lot of reflecting, and I think I would have I'm a bit of a sentimental type of person. I think I would have liked to have walked around this empty warehouse and, I don't know, just breathed, but that hasn't happened. Now I want to get out. It's like, just finish it off, Mel, get out, and it was one less thing on your to-do list. I'm just going to pile this up. Hopefully this won't take too many bags. There's no forklifting for this one, just a few carloads, and hopefully we're done and dusted. One bookshelf, one carload. I've got more bags down in the other room, so I'll go and grab another lot and I'll come back. Got this whole shelf of CDs. I've got so much on my plate, I don't need to deal with those CDs. They're not great CDs. I'm just going to leave them all in there for Tom and he can add them to his collection of CDs. He can have them. I don't want them. Righto, first car trip, done. Let's do it. This is the aftermath of the pick and pack session that I did a couple of days ago. And there's all the bags from books that were like this that I was putting onto shelves as I was unpacking them so I could find the orders that needed to be picked. So right now I've got a huge mess to clean up, but I'm just more focused on just emptying that other shed, and then I can just, no more trips. I can just spend all the time down here cleaning, tidying, sorting, whatever needs to be done. So I'm just going to get some of these bags now, and that's it. So this warehouse is double the size of my old one, and I feel like I could have double the size again. It's like there's never enough space, is there? There's never enough space. All right. Feel like Santa Claus now. I'm just getting together these shelves because the shelves that are over there that have got the listed books were O P, and these two here are double O and double L, JKLMNOP. Double O P are here, and then I only went up to double R. So these three that will come in here. So Tom bought the last of these ones over on the weekend. They were over in the other shed, so that was nice of him. He brought them over for me. So they can go there, and then eventually there will be another 2 rows that come out here, but I've got the cages of the books that are coming in tomorrow, and they need to go there. So I won't set those to the next run of shelves, which will be another 2, 4, 6, 8, another 12 shelves will come in here eventually, I think. But I don't need them yet, so that's a later problem. I think it's better to get these shelves just set up and done. And then everything that's kind of got its permanent place is done. And also then when I start bringing in the cages of books, which is the big job, well, it's not a big job for me to move them in, it's just a big job that I'm going to have going through them all. But I need to have like this area set up properly for prepping. And that's why I need the floor space clearing here, because I need to be able to like visually, once Tom brings the big cages in, I can't really move stuff around. So I need to have this stuff all in order. I've got no idea where my exercise bike is going to go. I haven't been on it for 2 weeks. Last lot. Last lot. Okay, that's just bags. Bags, bags, bags. There's actually not that many books on these 2 shelves, because before I moved, I was trying to consolidate those 2 shelves onto other shelves, just because I knew that these would be, I knew those cream shelves were staying at Tom's. So PP2, because the cream bookcases, they're Tom's and he wants them back, and I don't really want them in here because they don't match anything else. I like matchy-matchy. Okay, everything has been brought across from the other warehouse into this warehouse. So now it's a matter of just trying to get as much of this stuff off the floor onto the shelves that needs to be on the shelves, just so it's off the floor and out of the way, basically. Still not taking any orders. I'm still not packing anything. I just need to get the stuff off the floor, because tomorrow Tom is going to bring in all the cages. There's around about 15 cages, I think, of books that are needing to come in. And 3 of those cages are going to need to be emptied immediately, because the cages are needed for another haul that Tom has incoming on Wednesday. So not only do I have to bring in like 15 cages, I've got to empty 3 of them at the same time. So they're just going to have to be stacked up onto pallets into a corner somewhere, which is not ideal. But it is what it is, and I just have to suck it up. But I'm having trouble kind of visualizing where all the prepping and how to set the prepping area up. I can't really set it up until the cages come in here. But to get the cages in here, the first thing I need is everything like off the floor, so they can bring in the forklifts and do all that. So I think I'm just going, all this needs a clean up, but like the cleaning, that can be done like in half an hour or whatever. It's the stuff that's on the floor that needs priority. So that's what I'm doing first up. Some of the ones with my daughter's writing, I'm actually having trouble reading the writing. So like it kind of looks like a U, but it also looks like a Y. And I go to the U shelf, and the U3 shelf, for example, is all full. And then the UY shelf is all full. So both shelves are full where it's meant to be. So I don't know where it is. And so that's a nightmare, but I can just tell by looking at these books that, you know, there's books on these shelves that should be listed and they're not listed. These are all the ones I just brought over, like the death pile. These are the ones that are still got to go on the on the shelf. This one here, DD4. DD4. The shelf is full, but DD5 is empty. So do these go on DD5? I don't know. Am I going to put them on DD5? Yes, I am. I am. And when I stock take, I will find out if these are meant to be on DD4 or DD5. And they are heavy bundles, so a lot of the time I do put the heavy bundles on try and do them on the bottom shelf. A reason I put them on the bottom shelf is because I hate going down to the bottom shelf. So if I have individual books down there, then I could have a couple hundred books down there. If I have bundles, I might only have a dozen. Ugh. T1 is a shelf with a lot of old books that probably shouldn't be listed. This is really random because all this book is individuals and there's one bundle. And it doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right. They're not fitting very well on some of these shelves. Clearly, they're just not stacked well. Is that U4 or Y4? That's not my writing. Because that looks like a U. U3, is that a U or Y? And both of these are in the same bag. U3 has a bit of space. Y4 has no space. So I'm going to take the punt that it's U3. Right, so the magazines that are on this trolley, they weren't actually on any shelf before I moved. They were on a box up the back on the ground, very heavy. The magazine said in box. So I've got to put some more shelves up here. But these ones don't have a shelf. So where am I going to put them? I really just need to get them off the floor. Oh, look at that. Some books have fallen from somewhere. I don't know where from or how they've fallen. Oh, here. That book's bent, so I might set it aside so it doesn't get relisted. I'm just going to leave them down here. I don't really want to unpack them where I don't know where they're going to go. I don't think I want them down in this area. As the magazines are so heavy, if I'm thinking about it, they'd actually be better closer to the packing area for when I do have to sell them. If I'm coming with them, if I don't have the trolley with me, I think I'll just... And they can just stay there for now. Because these ones don't have a skew, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photo of a book that looks like I wouldn't have two of them. Let me have a look. I don't recognise that one. So, I'll just go the Dulcie May Kitchen and this one that says kale, just in case. And then I'm just going to show the bag, take a full picture of the bag so I know when I come back, okay, that's for that skew. Okay, Jessica Alba, The Loneliest Life. It's going to go in that bag. Skillet. What else have we got? Just in case we can't find it. And this one. What bag is that? So I've got one bag or box that I emptied under here. I can't wait till these are gone. I feel frightened of them in here. Don't want to knock them. I don't want them to fall. And I've got one more pile over here that doesn't seem to have a number. You're probably wondering where have the numbers gone? So either they got packed up and a number was forgotten to get put in there, or like Tom said a couple of the times that he thought maybe one or two of them had blown out when he was moving them. Breakfast, Miss Molly. Let's see if that's enough to find that bag. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think the rest of this is just normal death pile. So I'm just going to go up to the other warehouse now, go onto the computer, find out where these shelves are. And I'll take these two red boxes up to Tom's unit at the same time, because the more I get out of here, the better. What's that? I can see a milk crate. That wasn't mine, that was his as well. I don't know where the milk crate came from, but it's not mine. He can have it. Okay, so this one is U4. That bag's breaking, it's too heavy. U4. U4 is what the internet computer told me. U4 is full. Almost full anyway. Definitely too full to fit all of this. I don't know what's happened. None of that fits on U4. Oh my God. Okay, this bag here is LL3. Oh yes, an empty shelf. It even needs a board. That one looks a bit warped. I think this is the last bag. Thank goodness. I still got some weird looking shelves here that I'm not sure about. These two didn't have shelf ones. That's why there's nothing on top. They were in that yellow bookcase, and I didn't start them at shelf 1, I started them at shelf 2. So that's all that. HH4. I don't know where HH4 is. These say HH2. That is full of HH2, so whether or not these are meant to be HH4, it's beyond me. I don't know what I've done. The problem is that when I was moving the stuff, I was just so physically exhausted and drained. And when you're exhausted and drained and tired and you want to cry, which I pretty much cried for 2 weeks solid. When you're in that mood, that's when it's easy to make mistakes. It's easy to be sitting there going, yep, this is shelf 3 and I haven't read it properly and it's actually shelf 4. It's easy to make mistakes like that, but I had a few problems when I moved the first time from the warehouse out to here. I had some shelves that were wrong. It's the nature of the beast. There's gonna be some shelves here absolutely spot on perfect. There's gonna be other shelves that are an absolute nightmare, just an absolute cluster. So anyway, they're all off the ground now. So now I need to get this area just cleaned up basically. Pick up the rubbish. Pick up the half-drunk bottles, which I don't know whose they are. Could be anybody's, so they're going in the bin. This warehouse, the concreters have got their big machine on, and when I was in the other shed, it was really, really loud. It's not so much loud here, but it kind of like vibrates the roof, it kind of like vibrates the roof or something. So the vibrate's gone. So he's turned off his machine. So that's what it is. I was sitting there trying to work it out. I was like, what is that like vibrating? Because it was just a noise that I haven't heard before. And I was like, is it something going outside of this shed? Got to get used to the new noises in here. I'm probably going to have more wooden things because I've actually got rid of, there was maybe like 3 shelves that have broken, so it's going to be a few extra shelves. like, where's the power? Oh, too hard for me. Vacuums like this are too hard for me. There's a lot of dust in here. The door's been opened, the forklift's coming in, coming out. I think the forklift actually brings quite a lot of dust with it. I don't really like even sweeping it because it just kind of blows it more around. I think I'm going to have to buy a vacuum for out here anyway. And I know that those are the type of industrial vacuums, but I don't like them. I don't like them. Now, a lot of these books were for my set building, and they were on shelves, and I still want them in shelves. So the idea is to have like some kind of prepping area here with tables, but I want to have some shelves set up specific for set bundling. And then when I get the right amount of books that I want to make into a bundle, I can make them into a bundle. The problem is, until I get the cages in here, the table set up, I don't know where those shelves are going to go. Ideally, they would have gone along one of these walls over here. But because I've got to unpack 3 of these cages, put them on pallets, so that's going to have to go over there somewhere. I don't know. I'll just have to wait till tomorrow, I think. And then these, in the meantime, I'm just going to pack them actually along the edges, maybe from about here outwards. Probably even put them on the bottom on some of these shelves in the bags, just to get them off the floor.
Ja.
Een bucket. One bucket. Feed me. Uncle. Oh, internet. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build about 3 or maybe 4 shelving units, or just to see how I feel. I'm going to build 3 or 4 units, and that way, hopefully once all the cages come in tomorrow, I've got a few bookcases there straight away that I can have for my unlisted inventory and for my set building. I don't really want to keep all those books in the bags for very long. I want them to go back onto shelves. So once I've got all this stuff in tomorrow and I can start positioning like prepping tables and bookcases and stuff like that, it's just going to make it easier. So if I've got like a few bookcases ready to go, that'll be a start, and then I can play around with things and see where bookcases are actually even going to go.
Give me one more time. 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 One more time. One more time. Give me one more time.
3 bookcases are done, and I was going to make 4, but the last one annoyed me so much. Some of these bookcases, they're really, really easy. They just go together, everything clicks, and they're just quick, quick, quick. Some of them, the parts, like the little bit in the middle here, that you have to like join them together, it's a tiny little rod, and like it's quite dangerous really, because you have to get something sharp to push it down with. That you can't do it physically with your fingers. Anyway, I had one that just was not going down no matter how much I stabbed it. I've been waiting for this to happen. I stabbed here, like, so it is sore, but thankfully there's not like blood going out everywhere, so, and I can move it, so I'm sure I'll just have a bruise there. Guys, look at my fingers. They are absolutely black. I don't know if you can see my t-shirts. Why would I wear a white t-shirt when I'm moving? Like, anyway, my t-shirt is black, so I'm going home to nappy sand it. I've probably got black all over my face because I keep wiping my face. What a shocker. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to head home. My daughter's got OzTag tonight, so I've got to take her to sports once I get home. I'm done for the day. Tomorrow, all the cages. I've been dreading the cages coming in of all the books. I don't know if I'm dreading it because then it makes it reality of like what I have to deal with and how many books I have to sort, or just dreading that I've got this nice free space. that I could have used for prepping, and now it's like I'm going to be overloaded with these big cages of books and unlisted inventory, and it's going to be a reality hit of how much work how much work I've got for sorting these books, finding the books I want to list individually, bundling, sorting. Yeah. Happy days, guys. I'm positive, but I'm positive. I'm feeling better today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow for the cages. Bye.
Give me one more time.